Sunny,
What?
it is 3:30 Monday. We gotta work on this video project.
Race theory?
Race theory, sure. Yeah.
All
How
right.
did you get in my room?
Window.
Oh. Hello,
Hi!
I'm Sunny.
Yeah, and I'm Dax. You know us. You have class with us. She sits on one side, I sit on the other.
Yep. Today we will be talking about race theory.
Yes. In the great book of Mouse by Art Spiegelman. First of all, what is race theory? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. Race theory is the act of actually going through and seeing in a literary text what racism actually has to deal with it and what different races and cultures have to deal to impact that text, or how race affects the viewpoint of the author during the writing process. Now, what is racism, Sunny?
Well, most students usually think it's about color. And we see a different color and we assume to be automatically perhaps racism to that. Well, it goes a little bit beyond this. Race is something that is discriminated against via culture, or it can be religion, it can be a group of people. It really is quite broader than just color, which we can see in Mouse.
And not me, Morris. Now, Mouse... Mouse is a text by Art Spiegelman. Rough estimate, you guys are supposed to read this. I'm looking at you, whoever didn't read this. Actually, I'm looking at a camera. Meta. But Mouse is a documentary of sorts, a graphic novel written by Art Spiegelman about his father and his act of getting out of his exodus. That's the word I was looking for. His exodus from Germany during the World War II era and the Nazi overtake. The idea that racism is beyond whites is beyond color, not just whites, is shown because both Jewish and Germanic people and everybody else in here is typically portrayed as white. That's what we would think. But instead, they are shown to be animals in order to portray different kinds of race. You have mice for the Jews, yes, even in real time. Let me find a cat. Oh, we got cats for the Germans. You can't see that, but trust me, there's a cat in here. And then you've got dogs for the Americans, frogs for the French, and then it was pigs for the Polish, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
I believe that's because of Polish sausage. My own theory right there. Now that's a brief overview of Mouse. Sunny, how do you think this, like, all attributes?
Powerful images in the second book is when the grandfather sees a German being convicted of being a Jew, and we can see that there is this very defined line as to what race is, because we see him here as a mouse, but then we realize he's a German in this image. And how we determine race, it's this very...
This image is incredibly powerful because it shows that race is more of an idea, more of just our viewpoint of people, because this guy is, or he could be, either a mouse or a cat, but depending on where he is, on what side of the line he is either a mouse or he's a cat. In actual Auschwitz, they tattooed onto the arms of Jews, which we all know, the number, and that was the signifier that you were Jewish, that you were guilty. Whereas Germans, they all wore their patches, their insignias for whether they were in the Nazi party or not. Other than that, there was no clear distinction between actually being German or being a German Jew, which they're all Germans. They just believe in different religious ideologies.
So, what does this mean? A culture can emphasize or de-emphasize a reality. And it appears currently in our current modern society, we tend to focus on the vertical pronoun of I and me, and not we. There is a fear that can be created in the separation of groups, such as religion or a skin color. But it turns out we're not separate animals. We're all of the same blood. We're all made up of stardust in our bones.
Right. Race, it permeates. People define race as it more than just skin color and religion. Race is a pointless term because we're all human. We aren't cats and mice, cats and dogs. We're not pigs and elephants and all this other whatever it is. We are human. We're all the same. Underneath the surface, we're the same. The only difference is where we grew up or how we were raised. That's the only thing that defines what race is in our minds. It's all an illusion. And that's what Mouse is trying to get at. Mouse is trying to get at the idea that we see each other as wholly different beings, like mice, or cats, or dogs, frogs, pigs, what have you. When really, we're all just wearing those masks, and underneath, we're all just pitiful little humans looking for a way to hate each other. Which, in my opinion, is really sucky. But that's race theory of Mice and Men. I mean, Tom and Jerry. Mouse. Right?
I think we're good here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're good here. Yeah. Mouse.
Thanks.
Thanks.